I was about 14 when the e-meter stopped feeling like a toy and started feeling like a trap. Up until then, I had played along. I'd answer their endless questions about my thoughts, my fears, my mistakes, all while gripping those cold metal cans. The needle would twitch, and the auditor would lean forward, eyes sharp. "What was that? What did you just think?" Sometimes I couldn't even answer. I didn't know. But silence wasn't allowed. They pressed until I gave them something, anything, just to make it stop. It was never enough. Each wrong thought meant another session, another payment, another reminder that I was broken and only they had the tools to fix me. The first real crack came when Sea Org recruiters arrived at our door. They always wore sharp uniforms, their smiles too tight. One of them slid a paper toward me. A contract, 1,000,000,000 years of service. They said it with a straight face, as if eternity could be signed away by a teenager's pen. My parents were glowing, proud, urging me to consider it. To them, it was the highest honor. To me, it was a cage that stretched beyond death itself. I started noticing the unspoken rules. How people disappeared. A boy I'd grown up with stopped coming to the center. When I asked about him, my mentor snapped that he had fallen away and wasn't to be spoken of again. Another family we knew suddenly cut ties with their own daughter after she left the church. They called it disconnection, like it was just flipping off a light switch. I couldn't stop wondering, if I ever slipped too far, would my parents do the same to me? The more questions I asked, the more I was punished. "You're showing suppressive tendencies," they'd warn. Or, "That's your reactive mind fighting back." But what they didn't realize was that every time they tried to shut me down, it only confirmed my suspicion. This wasn't enlightenment. It was control. I watched my father sink deeper, desperate for the next level of advancement, spending more money we didn't have, convinced salvation was always just one payment away. I saw my mother's eyes flicker with doubt when she thought no one was watching, only for her to plaster on a smile as soon as someone higher ranked entered the room. It felt like living in a house built of glass. You could see the cracks forming everywhere, but no one dared acknowledge them. I started keeping my real thoughts locked tight, hidden behind a mask of obedience. Outwardly, I was still the perfect son. Inwardly, I was screaming. Because once you've seen the cracks, you can't unsee them.